Okay, so continue with the national. So much to do to upgrade this bike right now. Oh, I actually already have upgraded the engine entirely. Interesting. Can margin increase my horsepower a little bit more. That's pretty marginal. Tiny increases for so much more money. I guess it's not necessarily the best idea to just go straight for the amount of... Yeah, I guess there's a bit of Pareto principle going on here. You can get a lot of the stat increases for a lot less money if you don't go for the best upgrade in every department. I can get like nothing. I get a 1.2 horsepower increase for 10,000 here. That's incredibly silly. If I can get almost half that for well under half the money too. Repeat. Oh, well, I already have the best one here anyways. What's the lowest difference between 3A and 3B? It doesn't even tell me. It costs the same thing. Guys, you have to tell me what the difference is between these. I see they have different shapes. What's that mean? Well, whatever, I have the best one anyways. And best suspension. Don't know what brakes really do for me. But I don't feel like I need them right now. Should I buy a better gearbox? I don't know. Or clutch. Well, I mean, might want to figure out what these do at some point. At the same time, building up some cash for other stuff is not a bad idea, really. Plus, I still need to give upgrades to my buggy and similar. Let's just not upgrade anything on this right now, to be honest. There's nothing I want to tune on here, is there? It's just gear ratios and so on. And the shocks. Shocks seem fine for this type of event. Okay. So the verdict is everything is okay. Dirt tires are the correct ones. Really? It's on the beach up here, it would have a bit more in the way of sand to navigate. Whatever, sure. I really do have to say I'm enjoying the heavy vehicles more than the light vehicles, which is funny considering that the signature vehicle in this game is a light vehicle. But, well, I enjoy the ATVs more in the first game, for one. First game, you know, the one before this one. I'd say the first one I played, I don't know if I played Offroad Fury 3 or 2 first. I never owned 2, I just happened to know at least one person that had it. I played with them on occasion. Okay. So I should be having any kind of personal identity in my story mode. Me having to wear the colors they give me, just the bikes they give me. Anyways. Off I go. Notice I don't fly ahead of everyone on the straight on here like I did before. So Astrid seems to be wearing Fury colors and whatnot, so I guess Astrid's just another guy on my team. Oh, these are some nice big hills that are actually kind of fun and easy to jump over, though. I have to say I like that. It feels so much better than all the usual Supercross style, hey, here's a whole bunch of little bumps to navigate. Also, good thing that it's not too tough to navigate, because I do not have the ability right now to do partial preload. It's all or nothing, because I am stuck using my D-pad right now for steering and reload. Oh, reloaded too late there. Of course, I can still time the preload. Surely, later preload gets you more air, and preload gets you less. This does not look like something I want to preload. No. Oh, don't hit those. Ow! Jeez, how do you get so much speed on there? Yes, you could go really fast on that. It just feels really daring to fly through that turn that way. Okay, well, nothing feels too bad so far, but it is long like these races tend to be, so I've got the usual element of, okay, well, that's it. Oh. I get all my grip back so quickly. Having a good suspension just means that you always have grip on the road, basically, in this game. Which, again, makes no sense. But, like, I basically don't have to worry anymore about maintaining traction like I did all the time back in Fury 3. Granted, part of the reason I always had to worry so much about that in Fury 3 was because I was using a bike that was min-maxed specifically against steering, which means against grip. So that's what handling actually means in that game. I feel like I have a lot more control in the air in this game too, in terms of like... Oh, hello. Come on, man. Oh, you started all the way back here. Jesus. Preload. So I don't have the speed to jump over these anymore, so I'm flying way behind. Except for the fact that I'm first, but, you know. Whatever. Trying to preload. So if you preload really late, it's like you can see yourself just like hop while you're in the air, so it's kind of silly. But you do get a good deal of air off of it, which is nice. Yeah, these are the sorts of bumps I just don't mind as much. But yeah, maybe one of the reasons I had to worry so much about... I did not need to preload there. Worry so much about grip back in that game was specifically because I always had a bike that was prone to losing grip until the very end. But even then, it feels like it's actually difficult to lose traction in this bike in this game. Oh, okay, that was a quick reload. Reload jump into a turn, very awkward, but I guess it works. So it feels like that part of the game is just kind of gone, I guess, in favor of doing the same thing with the buggy and especially truck instead. Actually, it's to the point where it feels kind of weird almost. Like, it feels almost like uncomfortable sometimes. I actually am a little antsy on some of the... Oh boy. Why? Why did you do that? You didn't have to do that. What was that? Sometimes they just drive along casually and suddenly wipe out in this game compared to Offroad 3. I really don't like that. Good approach here, so I'm able to... not quite. Probably should have taken the jump on the right. Not get ahead in this, but this time. I try to preload really late and it doesn't work because you're too late. It feels like weirdly in contrast to the... I feel like I actually do kind of well against the AI on these bumps, which is strange. Because normally it's where the AI gains on me in any given course. But yeah, so now, with me turning so sensitively that it actually makes it kind of antsy turning in this game on the ATV. Like a whole element of what I enjoy about racing an ATV is gone, more or less. Fly from side to side like that, please. Nope, someone might do it. Nope. Yeah. The ATVs just feel so different in this game. I don't remember them feeling so different between surely the ATVs must feel different between Offroad Fury 2 and 3, because in that case, they actually switched developers. So you would think they would feel different in that situation. Make sure you don't land on your front wheel, like, at all. So it really doesn't like you doing that. Yeah, if I had to... Oh, yeah, so my memories of Offroad Fury 3... Offroad Fury 2 are pretty faded at this point. So maybe it's just I don't remember it especially well. But based on my memory, I never felt like 2 and 3 felt super massively different, whereas 3 and 4 feel very different. I would have guessed that the change in developers would have happened between 3 and 4, not 2 and 3. Who in the world is this guy up ahead on the track on the minimap? Just trying to preload there again, but lost some speed, but I still managed to get up pretty okay. Yeah, I don't know. What did they do? I'm guessing that's Malin back there. Like, I'm gonna lap him at this rate. Okay, this race hasn't been going too poorly so far. As long as I don't end up wiping out on the last lap or something like that yet again, as it's happened many times before, I realize. This seems like a pretty smooth race, actually. Around right here a little bit on this turn. Apparently the AI just makes that turn at like full speed or something somehow. I don't know how. It feels technically possible, but like really daring to do. I slow down a decent amount there. Even then it still feels like I'm risking it a bit. Oh, well, nice preload. I don't know if the preload prompt even showed up there. I certainly tried to. Yeah, I'm also like holding the, well, the reason I don't hold the gas the whole time on turns at this point is more just because, well, no, I do tend to hold the gas entirely on turns in this game compared to Offroad Fury 3. I didn't do it earlier because I was in the past going off muscle memory from Fury 3. But this game I do tend to always be holding the gas on turns in the ATV because it's just, that's what feels fine to do so. Like, I don't lose grip if I don't do that or anything. You really have to pull back sometimes when you're in the air because otherwise you just tip forwards too much. I go for a huge leap here. Ideally not flying off to the side too much. But yeah, that gets you gets you ahead a little bit. Okay, that guy's rubber banding has still not really kicked in, but he's managing to stay less than a whole lap behind me. I actually managed to preload on that one. Yeah, I tend to just assume I'm not going to randomly tip forwards in the air if I'm not pressing anything, even though it does happen, so sometimes I'm not looking at my orientation in the air on a given jump. And then I wipe out when I land. Because I'm slightly too far forward, so this game isn't very tolerant of. Now I'm paying attention over in the air. I basically have to tap backwards just a little bit. But anytime I'm on a turn now, instead of kind of pumping the gas a little bit as I'm turning, like I used to back in Fury 3, to try to retain grip and so on, especially because letting go of the gas for the previous moment was frequently a good way to reestablish grip. Instead, I tend to pump the turn a little bit, at least if I'm using the D-pad, which granted, it's just not... Well, I do the same thing with a stick just because it's a little bit hard to very carefully turn the stick like only 50% or so. Oh, oops, that was supposed to be preload. And it did not work again when I tried to preload. I was just missing the timing, I think, but still. Okay. How I slow down there? There's probably better to either not preload at all or preload only a tiny bit, which of course is not within my power right now. But yeah, if I'm using the D-pad, like that's all I can do. I have to pump the D-pad a little bit to turn properly, because otherwise, like, you turn way too hard if I hold the D-pad because that's maximum turning. Almost slapping this guy. Very nice. And no points to my name. No style. Who cares? Well, that was a stylish win animation. At least this game has a lot of win animations. You look at this game's archive file and you'll see there are a whole lot of them. Pretty good. That was pretty heartful. Also, actually, Astra actually beat my best lap. Did he just wipe out? Oh no, we didn't. Yeah, I don't complain. I'm happy with that. Astra's not even my rival. I guess because they're, you know, Astra tends to be ahead. I guess because they're not my rival since they're on my team, I think. I don't know. But the credits go to the individual, not the team, apparently. Whatever. It doesn't even list the style bonus, you know, it's kind of funny if you have 0. So, I don't get much money for racing in anything other than heavy vehicles, but... If you succeed in this challenge, you get a pair of goggles. Dude. In real life, that reward wouldn't even be worth the money I had to spend to participate. Decal, whatever, sure, at least it's for free. Yeah, sure, why not? Alright, we'll do that next time. Bye, everyone.